Welcome back to our channel. Today I'm going to do a makeup tutorial just for my everyday makeup that I do, whether I pretty much just have one makeup look. The only thing I ever really change is maybe a bolder eye, but the only thing I change is the eye color or the eyeshadow color that I use. I still have the same procedure, if you will, for going about doing my makeup. So I figured I was getting ready anyways, so I figured I would go ahead and do a makeup tutorial for you. So to start off, what I really like to do, or what I always do, I should say, is I make sure that my hair is out of my face, and so I just use a clip for that, and I just pull this back and I just leave it like that. So the next thing that I do is I always prime. I've already put moisturizer on. This is the Ulta Flawless Prime, and like I said, I got a sample of it in like one of the Ulta bags. Like when you buy $40 at Ulta, they give you a sample. So what I do is I get a little bit of this on my finger, about that much. It kind of looks like baby diarrhea. And then I just make sure that I get enough on all the areas of my face. I know it's good when I have a green tinge to my face. So the next thing that I do is I use my foundation. So this is the foundation I use. It's the Maybelline Fit Me. And the color that I use, it's the matte and poreless one. And the color that I use is 130 Buff Beige. I apply quite a bit to the back of my hand. Then once it's applied, I take my beauty blender, and this thing, trust me, it's clean. I know it's time for a new one. I just haven't eaten it, and my dog ate my backup. So once that is clean, or once that's on my hand, I take it from the back of my hand and I pat. I got pretty good coverage. So after that, I know I mentioned it before. I don't even know if I mentioned it before. I really suck at contouring, anything like that. So my preferred method is baking, and I don't even know if I'm doing it right, but it works for me. So what I usually do is I always take a concealer lighter than what my concealer normally would be. So normally I use the NYX HD concealer. It looks like this, and this is in the color CW05, so whatever that means. Oh, medium, there it is, it's medium. So that's the color that I normally use. So what I do when I'm baking is I actually use a color, I use IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye Full Coverage Anti-Aging Waterproof Concealer, and this is in the color Light. What I do when I am going to be baking is I take the concealer and I put a bunch of it on the back of my hand like that. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my finger and I'm going to make a large half circle under my eye wherever I am going to be baking or I want it highlighted. So, and it really needs to be packed in there. So then what I do is I take a brush, and this is actually a Sigma E30 pencil brush, and I get the concealer on the brush and I paint my nose. There's a hair. I need more concealer. You know how they say like a little bit goes a long way? Not true when you're baking. From what I know. Like I said, I don't even know if I'm doing it right, but I like how it looks. So I take it and I paint a line down the center of my nose as straight as I can, And then I kind of flare the outside. Then I take it and I like to highlight all right here. And finally I take it and I do my chin. So now I look marvelous, don't I? I just look like a crazy person. All right, so now what you're gonna do is you are going to take any sort of setting powder. I buy the e.l.f. setting powder because it's the cheapest and I'm basically just wasting it. So this is Soft Luminance is the color that this is. So you take it and make sure that you don't have anything that you care about getting a bunch of powder on. And I just put a bunch of it like so in the lid. Then I take a big fluffy brush. Once again, this is just an e.l.f. brush. I think it's like the Total Face brush or something like that. And you take a bunch of it. And basically what you're gonna do is you're going to take the powder onto the brush and you are going to pat it. And the point of this is that you are baking, quote unquote, the concealer into your face. And don't worry, you will be wiping the extras away. Okay, now that I look like even more of a crazy person, I'm gonna let this sit as I get powder all over everything. This is gonna sit on my face for about 10 minutes. So I'll be back. Hey y'all, I'm back. It's been about 10 minutes. So now what I do is using that same brush, I've kind of like, you know, cleared it off or whatever you'd like to say. I'm gonna go through and I'm going to get all of the excess powder off. Well, as much as I can. And then I'm gonna go in with a face brush. I'm using the Sigma Flat Kabuki brush. And I'm gonna go in and kind of blend all of that concealer. And there you have it. So the next step is going to be powder. So using the same Sigma Flat Kabuki brush, I'm just going to get my NYX Stay Matte But Not Flat powder. And I'm going to get that all in my face. I do apply this sometimes with a beauty blender, just kind of feels what I'm feeling. After I have done the powder on my face, now I'm going to go in with a bronzer. I'm using the NYX Smooth Skin in 720A Sunny, and I'm getting it onto an bronzing blush, and I just go in, and this is the only sort of contouring I ever do, along my line there, and then I go in along my jawline and on the what is that called, the temples or whatever, and then I just, using the same brush, make sure I blend it all in so it doesn't look like I have a big old line. The next step is going to be eyes. So I am using NYX High Definition Eyeshadow Base, and I just go in and I do it all over both of my eyelids. I'm going to fill in my brows. I do not do anything crazy with my brows. My eyebrows have a mind of their own. They are two different sizes, I'm sure you have noticed. So what I do is I'm using Queen of the Fill Elizabeth Mott tinted brow gel, and I'm just going to go in very quickly. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my eyes. So what I start with is I am using the Ulta Prismatic palette, and I'm going to go in with Otherworldly, which is this color right here. And I'm going to do my highlight, which I'm going to be using a Sigma medium sweeper brush. And I just go directly underneath my crazy eyebrows. Sweep it, because that's what it's called. It's called a medium sweeper. And then I also take it and I do pack it on my lid a little bit, just in preparation for my crease. Okay, so now I'm going to be going in with the Naked Basics. And since I'm going out tonight, it's going to be maybe more dramatic than, you know, if Cody and I were just going on a date or something. Not my phone, sorry. And I'm going to go in with the Faint color, which is that one right there, I think. And I'm going to get some onto my brush. And what I do for this is I start at the outer corner and I pack it on a little bit. Then, starting at the outer corner, I windshield wiper it, whatever the correct term is for that. I don't know. I'm no beauty guru. And until I'm satisfied. So now once I'm satisfied with that color, what I will do is sometimes I will take the Crave, which is the black. I'm not brave enough to do that today. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back to my Prismatic palette and I'm going to get the Reflection, which is this black, dark silver almost. Get that on my brush, make sure I pat a lot of the excess off. And this is going to go in my outer corner. And I'm trying to be really careful with the blacks because I am notorious for getting them all under my eye after I've already done my makeup. I'm sure I'm making really attractive faces. I'm not used to having a camera when I'm doing my makeup. But you know, gotta start somewhere, right? Okay, so then once I've done the outer corner, I will wipe the excess off my brush. I will get maybe a lighter color. I'm gonna be using Peak on the Prismatic, just a little bit. And I'm going to blend my outer corner into my crease. I'm gonna go back to my medium sweeper. I'm gonna get a little bit more of the Otherworldly and pack that into my eyelid. Now I know some people would be like, oh my gosh, you didn't do all the steps or something like that. I don't know. This is just what I've always done. It's what's always worked for me. If it works for you, cool. If it doesn't, cool. Good luck with your life. Now I'm going to be using the Insanely Intense Tattooed Waterproof Eyeliner from Scone Cosmetics. What I'm going to do is I am just going to line my upper lash line. And I try not to do a super thick line. Next, I'm going to go into my waterline with the Almay eyeliner, any crayon eyeliner. I've never really preferred one over another. This is just whatever I happen to have. So, I know you're not supposed to pull your eye either, but that's what works for me, so that's what I do. I'm just gonna go in, fill in my waterline. And my last step for my eyes is going to be my lashes. So I am going to curl my lashes. I do have very long lashes naturally, but I still use two to make them look more dramatic. So I'm going to be using Maybelline the Rocket Volume Express. I'm going to be using the Maybelline Lash Sensational, which is my all-time favorite. So I open up both and I have them both in my hand like so. And I'm going to go in and start with the Rocket. And always start at the base of your lashes and I go back and forth and I pull up. Now I let it dry for just a few seconds. Not even enough time to do my other eye. Sorry, that was my phone. And then I'm gonna go in with the Lash Sensational. Once again, start at the base. I'm going to go in with my finishing powder, and this is just the NYX HD finishing powder, and I'm using my beauty blender, patting it on. I'm not using my beauty blender. I'm using my Total Face brush. And just going all around with it as kind of a last ditch effort to make my skin stay matte. Then for my lips, I'm using Mauve. I forgot that's how you say it, Mauve. We Googled it. It's Mauve, for those of you who didn't know. Thanks, Elisha. And then that is it. That's my makeup look for tonight. So thanks for watching. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe. This is my first tutorial. I know I probably had no idea what the hell I was doing the whole time, but I had fun, so I guess that's all that matters. Once again, thumbs up, comment, subscribe. I will see you in my next video. We will see you next time. Bye.